Game Crunch, your weekly video game podcast. My name is Mike Anastasia. With me today we have Nick,
Hello.
Brandon.
Yo,
We're here to talk about games and things.
games and things.
Things and
Games?
games. Let's see what we're talking about today. I don't know. I don't know any of these things.
That's
So you
fine.
have thieves?
Yeah. Did I write it wrong?
These.
I don't know. The big red squiggly line says.
Oh yeah. What the fuck did it do that? That's not what it was supposed to
Well,
say.
that squiggly line means spelled it wrong.
Autocorrect. Whatever, dude. It's fucked up. My phone fucked it up. Whatever.
Phones do that. I'm always amazed. Like, I'll just type in, like, there was definitely something I was trying to type in today, and it was, like, all consonants, and none of them are right, and the phone was like, oh, did you mean to type this word? And I was like, yes, that wasn't even close, but you got it.
It's even better when you go to like type something in, right? And
Yeah.
like we're all adults. We've probably typed some things that aren't exactly appropriate onto our phone, and it decides to autocorrect the word that we typed in that's a normal word to something completely not. And then you're just like, that's not what I want to send to them at all.
Yeah, no.
What, you've never had that moment?
No, I've had that.
Okay, alright.
I just thought of one that DJ sends me, like, ones like that all the time, and I'm just like, what? And
I'm
then
a big yoy guy. Instead of
Yowie?
typing U, it's YOY.
Wait, what?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Yowie.
I thought
Yeah,
you were
I'm
talking
not-
about Yowie as well.
I mean, yes, but I'll go type in YOU, it's YOY, it's yoy.
Yoy.
That would be really
Yoy.
bad. That'd be really bad if my phone learned to autocorrect you to Yowie.
It'd be pretty fucking funny.
Like, damn, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, they got you.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys ready to get into it?
Yeah, I'm good.
I don't even know where to start today.
Me neither.
Is TUNIC new, Brandon? How new is it?
It's like a month, maybe.
Okay, that's
maybe
the newest
maybe
game
2
on
months.
this list. You win.
Okay, sure. Yeah, but you haven't actually heard of Tunic? It was the game that was advertised on Xbox since like before the Xbox Series X released. One where
Okay,
it's
I'm
like
gonna Google it sounds
okay,
familiar.
it's the little fox, like Legend of Zelda thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zelda
do you
like.
remember? Do you remember it now? Are you looking at it?
I'm looking at it. Like, it looks like Zelda. I don't remember ever remembering it, but I probably have seen it before.
Here, like, use.
Well, I'm looking at pictures. Like, you don't have to talk. Like, I can tell it's a Zelda-like game.
No, I was
just
gonna say,
don't
just
remember
go to the Steam store and look at it, and then you can see. There was a Steam summer sale, and I bought 2 things. That's
Okay.
it. That's all I bought. And one of them was Tunic, and the other one was Bloodstain. So there's that. Yeah. So Tunic, essentially, it's part like top-down Legend of Zelda. Think like Link to the Past, that sort of deal, and part got like some elements of like Souls-likes, where whenever you sleep at the save point, then all the enemies respawn, and all the map loops back around into each other when you unlock different parts of it, and so on and so forth. It has those elements to it. And I got this because it's a Steam Deck verified game. It's very good. And I think the more interesting thing about the game is you can find pieces of a manual, and the manual then looks like an NES manual. And since the entire game is written in like a different language, as you're like learning about the game, you kind of are able to decipher the language that the manual has, that sort of deal. Which is like not any normal language. It's like a fake made up one for this game specifically. And it's a very interesting game with a lot of like puzzle elements as well as like Zelda-like and Souls-like elements to it. It's a lot of fun. I've been playing it on my deck in my free time. I've only played like an hour or 2 of it, so not very far in it, but it's been a very enjoyable game. I also played Sea of Thieves.
Is that new update out, or you're just like?
So the new update's next month, but I haven't played any of the single player content that got released for it. So we decided to do a stream for co-op, since I currently have Game Pass and it's on Game Pass. So I played some of Sea of Thieves in co-op, and I have to say that game has gotten so much better since it originally released. There's just so much stuff you can do in it now, and then when you couple that together with like the story mode elements, which like the story mode had us sneaking onto like the Flying Dutchman ship and then breaking fucking Jack Sparrow out, which I Didn't see that coming. And then we were like attacked by pirates, and he was like fighting off these like monsters that were like, got onto our boat and everything, while we were fighting off other monsters and also fighting the pirate ships that were coming after us. It's a very interesting element to the game, and apparently the story mode's like fucking 20 hours long, and it's just a free update that's part of the game itself. And it was a lot of fun. We probably played it for about 6 hours. And 4 of those was just the story mode, and we only got through 1 chapter.
Oh,
and I think there's like 4 or 6 of them. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure if it's finished yet. But yeah, they've added a lot to that, and there's like actually a reason for doing things now more so. There's a lot more customization, and it was a lot of fun going out and finding like cursed items and this, that, and the other, and finding buried treasure, and just going to an island and seeing what all we could find. The exploration element of it has been like increased tenfold. I don't always just get attacked by other pirate ships now, because you could just go around and chill with like your friends in like an adventure mode and that sort of deal. And it's great. I've actually found myself going back and playing it since then to like, grind out some gold, this, that, and the other, get that upgrade for my ship or whatever. And it's just a lot of fun to play now. So if you played Sea of Thieves when it originally came out and you're like, there's not really much to this, I would highly recommend going back and checking it out now, because I think there's so much content now that it's almost like a completely different game. It kind of pulled like a No Man's Sky in a way, because all the content is free and there's just a lot of it now. So there you go. And yeah, that's what I played this weekend. So there you go. There you go.
There you are. There I have it.
There you have it.
Have you does.
Have you there?
Do you how do?
Do you how do?
How now, brown cow?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's move on.
I guess. So I went back. So I finished up Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
And that was great. But then I was itching for another old game.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happened to be on sale on the Switch like summer sale that they have going on.
Yeah.
So I decided to play it. It's an old game, and it's classic. I decided to play Bioshock.
Ah, okay.
Very good.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I played it before. It's been a while. Like, I don't know. This is just me being like, I don't know. I don't know if this is me being the epitome of laziness, but I also think it's just kind of more like what Brandon was even saying. I mean, I know I've said this before a ton about the Switch, and I know Brandon just even said it last week with the Steam Deck, but it's just something nice about having like games portably, even if I already have them. So I did, so they had the Bioshock Collection, like all 3 of them on sale for $20, like together, and I was like, okay. I'm like, that's great. Because I really, really, really wanted to play Bioshock Infinite. But I was like, well, if I'm getting all of it, I might as well start with Bioshock 1 and just play through there. So that's what I've been playing through lately. And I don't know if it's just I've gotten that much better having previously played 3 Bioshock games or what. But this game seems like it's just going much more smoothly than I remember Bioshock going last time I played it. So, I don't know. I just don't seem to. I remember last time I played it, I got frustrated because I ran out of ammo all the time.
Mm-hmm.
This time, I just don't seem to be. So I don't know if it's just I'm like balancing like what do they call the powers in that game?
Plasmids?
Yes. I don't know if I'm just balancing like my plasmids better, or I'm like doing like better upgrades, or I'm spending like my atom better than I did before. But everything just seems to be just going like really well. I feel like I'm just fucking destroying everything that comes along. And the one thing I do like about this game too is it's not very punishing if you die. They're just like, oh well, go back to the Viva chamber. That's your punishment. Like you don't really it doesn't really punish you. You don't lose anything. You get a little life back, and then you'll get Eve back too. So you're empty. There's that. Like a lot of times if I'm going to an area and I'm like low in health, I'll be like, well, I'm not gonna fucking waste this health pack. Just kill me, and I'll just respawn at a Viva chamber with more life about 3 feet away from where I'm standing. So that's been pretty nice. And I've been going through and I've been hacking like everything too. So that's also very helpful. I've gotten very good at that stupid. I didn't even remember that they used that the pipe game.
Yeah. Yep.
I totally
the pipe puzzle.
forgot about that.
Yeah.
So that's just been I've gotten very good at it, swapping those out. And I don't know. Honestly, too, it does run really well on the Switch. Like I watched a Digital Foundry video before I picked it up,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like, honestly, like, yeah, it's not like the 60 frames a second that the remaster versions have on like the new systems. Because
Yeah.
obviously they're not doing it, but they're like it's a very, very, very solid 30 frames a second. Like it doesn't
Mm.
dip. They're like it's
That's
one of
good.
the best. Yeah, they're like it's one of the best ports we've seen for the Switch from like the older legacy stuff. They're like it's got a nice visual boost and its frame rate is just steady. Like feel like we don't really have any complaints. And that's
Right.
been my experience with it too. Like it seems to run really well. I don't have any issues with it. It's just crystal clear. Like the graphics look, I think they look better than, at least nostalgia wise. I remember them from being when I played it on the PlayStation 3. So
See.
as it should, considering it has been. Do you remember Bioshock came out in 2007? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's an old game.
Very
I
old
know it
at this
doesn't
point.
feel like it's that old, but it is.
I feel like the first Bioshock has a very timeless design to it.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
I think Infinite does too, from what I remember.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys agree with that.
Definitely more with the first. I think the first has a much more timeless feeling than.
Yeah, I mean we'll see. I mean I plan to play through all of them and see unless I get frustrated and quit in between. But at least my plan is to play 1 and Infinite for sure. But I don't know. But I mean I'm already like at the end of 1, so I mean I'll probably go through and play 2. I don't know why I would. But yeah, no, I agree. Rapture's just a great place. I think it's very captivating. I think they build up a lot of lore around it as well, which I think is really helpful. And that I feel like might be one aspect, and maybe I just don't remember. I just don't remember if if Columbia had that much like lore behind it as Rapture did.
Yeah, it does.
Does it?
Yeah, so like there's a large chunk of lore when it comes to Infinite, but the problem is people only remember like the end of Infinite more or less.
Did you say the end of Infinite?
Yeah, the end of it.
See, I only remember I remember the beginning, and then I remember the girl singing "The Circle Will Be Unbroken." That's about all I remember.
Yeah,
the ending I kind of vaguely remember, but I just remember what I remember about it. It was confusing as fuck. And
I might have to play Infinite again because I feel like I have this conversation every couple months with people about Bioshock in general, and like I never hated Infinite. I always thought it was fine.
I thought Infinite was a great game when
I thought it was.
But then like somebody be like, "Oh no, the fucking ending sucked." I'm like,
I'm not saying the ending sucks. I'm saying the ending is very pretentious. That's what I'm saying about the ending. Because the ending is essentially like there's infinite amounts of everything. Infinite infancies. That's why
it's very,
everything is subtly different than like past Bioshocks. Oh, look, this character looks like this character, and this thing is actually like this thing. And there's a billion different lighthouses leading to a billion different universes, and then like all the timeline versions of the fucking oh god, why can't I remember her name? Well, the girl that you protect.
Yeah,
Elizabeth.
Right?
All the different versions of her come together to fucking baptize you at the end. And when you get baptized, it is then basically hinted at and outright spelled out to you like, hey, Stockman, the guy that was the bad cult-ish leader guy that set all the bad things up, that was you from a different reality. Yeah, you're the bad guy the whole time. And it's just like, okay, I guess. Sure.
And wasn't the other thing with this game too, like each of your deaths in this game, wasn't it like just an alternate timeline? Was kind of how it played out. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, I remember there being some weird stuff with it. But then the other thing I don't remember I remember the DLC like tied together the universes.
I literally never played the DLC.
There was DLC for Bioshock Infinite?
Yeah, in Bioshock Infinite's DLC, you go back in time to Rapture.
Oh, yeah! I never played that.
I remember.
Neither did I.
I don't remember anything about it.
Burial at Sea. Oh my god. I never played that. I should go back and play it now because...
That's really what I want to do too.
I've never played the fucking DLC.
Yep. Yeah, Burial Sea is like the one thing I would like to play. How much is the DLC?
I don't know, but it
comes with a collection.
Bioshock collection. Yeah, I got.
Yeah, I know, but I own it on PC. That's why I'm saying like, how much is fucking Burial Sea?
I think the Bioshock collection's on Game Pass too.
$5. Oh, okay, I just played on Game Pass then. Fuck it.
Let me double check. Don't quote me on it.
I'll check right now. Fuck it. Bioshock. I'm not seeing it.
It might have been at some point.
Console Game Pass.
Yeah.
Or unless it's under T for the Bioshock.
Let me see here.
Which would be fun. The naming thing drives me crazy because, like, on the Switch, they're out of order because it's like Bioshock 2, Bioshock Infinite, and Bioshock 1 because it's remastered, so it goes last. And it's like, oh.
Wasn't the collection free on PlayStation at one point too?
You might be right. I might have it. I'm not sure.
I know I have it on disc, so maybe I'll go back and replay it because like the first one, I feel like the first one I can finish in like a day.
Bioshock 1, yeah, probably.
Yeah, it's a very quick. I
probably would have finished it if DJ didn't want to watch Stranger Things. He's like, he kept on making me stop to play.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not terribly long, and you can blaze through a lot. And I've been exploring a lot too, which obviously has been like slowing me down. But yeah, no, it's not like Resident Evil 4 length for sure. Because I think right now I don't remember if the game tells me how long I'm into it, but I probably have played a handful of hours, and I'm already, I think, like 2/3 of the way through. I think this game's like an 8-hour game or less.
The first one?
Yeah. Is that what you're talking about? Or
yeah. You could. No, I was talking about Infinite.
The first one's 12 hours.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, no, I think I'll go play the DLC.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have to have a DLC party. We don't talk about it.
Yeah, we all. Jesus Christ.
What?
Disgaea 6 released today on PC. $70.
Gross.
It's also $70 on PlayStation 5 and Xbox, it looks like.
Wow.
That's just stupid. I've heard that Disgaea 6 is like the worst Disgaea game. And they're like, $70, please.
Well, Brandon, if they're remaking Last of Us, a PlayStation 3 game, but they've already remastered.
Yeah, but Sony's greedy. Sony's greedy. This is a different company.
It's not. It's actually better than most remasters. I'll give it that. So maybe it's worth
what the
Last of Us remaster.
The remaster.
We don't know. You don't have it yet.
I'm just looking at side by sides. It looks better.
I mean, I actually don't agree at all with some of that. I think the color looks so washed out in some of the remaster that it loses a lot of the feel. Like, it just does not look right at all side by side. But that is just my opinion because it just, I don't know.
That's
anyway.
I think the remaster looks bad. I think there's no point to it, and I think that the elements that are good about the remaster, for every good element about the remaster, there's like 20 bad ones.
It's wild to me that they just remastered the game twice, like fully remastered it. That's all.
Yeah,
it's a bit extra. Even Nintendo's not that crazy. I can't think of any games they did that for. Re-release them, yes, but just take the time to fully redo them again twice. That's just milking it. And I don't know. I don't even like The Last of Us that much.
Yeah. No, I'm looking at these images right now. It loses a lot of its moody atmosphere because they made it a lot brighter in the remaster. I just don't think it looks good.
Okay.
But we will see. When does it come out? Is it this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was something to talk about at some point.
There's like elements where it's like, yeah, like the monster looks infinitely better. Absolutely. But then you have like the changes to like the character models where it's just all they did was they took like the character models from fucking 2 and like used that technology, and I don't think it works as well. I don't know.
I think that's all I've got to talk about though, is just the Bioshock. I don't think I might end up picking up some more things on the sale. There's a couple of things I've been just kind of like keep adding things to my wish list now because I'm like they're so cheap sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I've just been buying things on Steam, but I didn't buy that much this year because I bought Katie stuff.
Well, all these Bioshock games should keep me busy for a long time. And now you guys got me really excited to play Burial at Sea, so I'll have to play that. Like report back. But yeah, I don't know. I love Bioshock. It's a great series.
Yeah.
I wish. Was it like supposedly 2K working on another one?
Not well. Yeah, it's
not Ken Levine because he left.
No.
Yeah.
There is another one coming. Hold on. That's not what I want.
Oh, here's something from Bioshock 4's unofficial title for a new Bioshock game has been officially confirmed by games publisher 2K. being developed by new team Cloud Chamber Studios.
Yes, that's correct. And they first announced it in 2019, pre-pandemic. So
yeah,
it said at the time 2K made it very clear that the next Bioshock will be in development for the next several years. So I mean, we might not hear about it until like 2023.
And there was a rumor from last year in December that says supposedly it's supposed to be a 1960s fictional Antarctic city.
Yes.
And it says they're targeting a 2022 release, which means it will probably be next year. Interesting. I don't know.
And it was in the NVIDIA Now leak for this year.
Oh, really?
But, I mean, yeah. But I mean, like, if it hasn't been announced by now,
it's not coming out. Yeah.
It's not coming out this year.
Yeah. I mean, I'd rather, just like anything, I'd rather them take their time. Like, hey.
Oh, of course.
Especially considering, too, like, they haven't, like, officially shown anything off yet. Like, I feel like it's much worse when they, like, start that, like, hype train. Like what they did with a bunch of other games.
Uh-huh.
Where they're just like, oh, guess what? Here's a trailer.
I will say,
you hear about it nonstop for 2 years.
The last they did talk about it was February 15th, because 2K tweeted out about the Bioshock movie that's coming to Netflix. So it said, then in the tweet they said, by the way, the incredible folks at Cloud Chamber are developing the next Bioshock game, and their team is growing. So it looks like at this moment they are still hiring for the game.
See,
they are hiring animators, artists, sound designers, programmers, level designers. So it looks like might be a little bit longer.
Yeah, probably. There's lots of shit that's been getting TV shows lately.
Yeah.
I mean, Twisted Metal will have one in a few months. I'm pretty excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it doesn't get fucked up.
It will.
But to get you a little bit excited, the Cloud Chamber is made up of veterans of all of the other Bioshocks.
Oh, that's good.
So
yeah, and I think I saw something like the scenario person is involved in this, which I think
yes.
Would be good.
But don't expect this for a while because they literally have a shit ton of people waiting to get hired.
Yeah.
I did think it was one last side note about Bioshock, because I thought it was interesting. It's the first time I've played a game and DJ sat down and watched me and is like, "Oh, I actually enjoy watching you play this." He's like, "This world's really interesting to me."
Mm-hmm.
Bioshock's one of those worlds that it kind of transcends gaming, and I feel the same way about fucking Silent Hill. It's just better.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying that Silent Hill has had a good rap with their movies and TV shows, because they sure as fuck haven't. But the actual story of Silent Hill is
just. The first movie wasn't bad.
No, the first movie was fine. The second movie fucking tried to jump scare people with a Pop-Tart.
I did. So actually, just another relevant DJ story. Since this just happened within the last couple weeks too.
Mm-hmm.
We had some friends over, and he's like, we were talking about places we wanted to go or whatever, and he's like, I really want to go to that town that the Silent Hill movie's based off of in Pennsylvania. And I was like, well, fun fact, Silent Hill's based on a video game. And not this town in Pennsylvania. So maybe the game is based off the town, I don't know. But
possibly.
The movie definitely is not.
It is not. The game's town is actually based off the same town from Kindergarten Cop.
Which town is that?
I don't know. It's the one in the movie Kindergarten Cop.
Kindergarten. Yeah, because there is that town in Pennsylvania that had the coal mine fire, and it's just been burning under the city for
forever.
Yeah.
They say it's gonna burn for another 500 years or something cataclysmic.
Cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And actually, if you look at pictures of it, you can see there's smoke vents that just are just cracking up all over the town. It's really wild looking. Super dangerous though.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, sounds like it would be.
Yeah, because it's just you don't know where you're stepping, and you might step into the mine. So that would suck. Yeah, I don't know. You guys ready to move on?
Yeah, sure.
All right, Nick, it's you.
It is me. So I did play a new game this past week. I played V Rising.
Yeah.
And this is very much so a branding game, I feel.
Yeah, it looks like it is.
So V Rising, the gameplay is a mixture of Diablo and Rust.
Mm-hmm.
So like you get like the top downness of like Diablo and then the resource management and everything else of Rust. And it's been really fun to play. I've been playing with some friends. Unfortunately, since I can't seem to keep a concurrent schedule playing that game, the fortress that I've already built has gotten destroyed.
Of course.
Oh.
But that's an unfortunate thing. But for the amount of time that I have played it, it's been very enjoyable. Like I said, if you're a fan of like Diablo style combat, it's basically that. Except you're a vampire. You can't do certain things during the day because you're a vampire in the sun.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. But it's like just resource management, building a castle, going on quests, defeating bosses, raiding villages, killing the innocent. You know, just hashtag just vampire things. So I don't know. I like it, but again, it might not be like my specific cup of tea because it seems like I got to dedicate like literally time out of my day just to play it because your house, the way I'm not sure how Rust works. I haven't played Rust. I just know it's a resource management game. But your house has a heart in it that you got to feed it like blood from your victims. And depending on how much you currently have in the thing, it can last 10 hours of like real time. It can last a couple days. It can last, up to, I think the longest is like 5 days. But since I didn't have a fully upgraded house, it was like 12 hours.
I can give you a little bit of information on Rust. So Rust, if depending on what material you build your house out of, it can decay over time.
Yeah, so they decay.
However, people can also just outright destroy your house in Rust.
Yes,
like
that can also happen.
Players can. Okay, so it's the same thing.
Yeah,
here.
It does have PvP.
Right.
There's PvP servers and PvE servers. I play on a PvP server.
Okay.
So
I'd probably play PvE. I just don't care enough about that shit anymore.
So yeah, but no, it's like I said, it's fun. It's very much a game that I think Brandon, you would probably find a lot of enjoyment out of for a bit. Maybe like you and whoever you want to hop on stream with can play it because I think it's like a good game like that because it's literally like you can just team up and just raid shit. So it's good. I like it. Yeah. I don't know if you have any questions about it.
How many hours have you put into it? How long would you say?
I'd say about 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours.
Okay.
So
is there like a single player aspect to it, or like a
I don't believe so. I mean, there's not a single player aspect because it is an online game.
Well, no, I don't mean that. I mean like some kind of story element to it.
Yes, there are quests and things to do to kind of muse you along. As far as like a concrete story of the game, I haven't found that yet.
Okay.
But at least there's like objectives of things for you to do. It's not just very open-ended like here you're in this world, you're a vampire, have at it. So it's like a mixture of that. So not exactly linear in terms of story, but also not exactly just, laissez-faire, just open. So.
Okay.
Yeah. So, that's cool. Try it out if you can.
I might have to. That was one on my list, but I haven't bought it yet.
Like I said, I think you'd like
until like the winter sale. The
there's like crafting and shit. You can craft your own stuff. But like I said, I think specifically you will like it. The other thing I did this past weekend was I went to a local video game convention called Too Many Games.
Oh yeah,
nice. And
Too Many Cooks.
Too Many Cooks. There was some cool guests there. So Angry Video Game Nerd is actually local to me. He's like I would say like 30 minutes away. So he was there with his gang. The English voice actor for Makoto from Persona 5, amongst other things, was there.
Nice.
The English voice actors. Let me see if I can look up the guest list because I think. Because I didn't meet anybody because like you got to pay for it, and I'm like that's kind of hokey, but I get it. They had.
So it was a pay like meet and greet. It was one where you just meet them, but not like get autographs or anything like that.
So it's like so to get an autograph, it's like depending on who it is, it could be like anywhere from $40 to $50.
Okay.
So Richard Horowitz was there, who's the voice actor he worked on Invader Zim, Psychonauts.
Got it.
Jeremy Lay, which is the one who voices Makoto. Um, let's see, Master Daniel Pesina. He did stuff
Okay.
for Mortal Kombat. Keith Silverstein's a voice actor who was there. Cat Icarus was there. You probably know who that is, Brandon.
Yeah, Kid Icarus. Yeah, he's
No,
funny.
yeah, I'm actually sad I didn't get to see him because like he's like one of the early game YouTubers that I liked. And actually his autograph and selfie thing was free. So like for some people they
Oh,
charge
nice.
you to take a selfie, some charge you to take an autograph. He just was like, nope, neither. Pat the NES Punk. I'm just gonna name ones that I
Yeah, I know him
think are
too. Yeah.
big enough. Um James Rolfe, AVGN, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
I think some call me Johnny. I feel like he's big. I know I've heard the
Why does
name.
that name sound familiar? Hold on.
Um, Scott the Woz and Friends was
I
there.
fucking love Scott the Woz.
Who else?
He's the funniest fucking person right now on YouTube.
Sonny Strait, who's a voice actor for Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, My Hero Academia.
Okay, okay,
Yeah. So those are all the big people that I know.
okay. Let me look at this. This was what was it called?
Some call me Johnny.
No. The event.
Oh, too many games. So amongst like that, I mainly went for the dealer hall because it's like they call it a convention because there's like panels going on, there's people to meet, there's other things going on. Like there was musical acts. Rex Viper was playing, which do you guys remember? Who was
Yeah.
it? Came on and talked about that. Fucking yeah. I'm sorry if you're listening right now. I cannot remember. Forget who it was. Psycho Stick, which is a band I've never heard of, was playing.
Oh, dude, Warhorse was there. Nice.
Yeah.
Warhorse was great. Oh, and so was Woodhawker.
But it's mostly like a huge game swapping event. Like this is
Wolfman?
where I got my copy of Snatcher a couple of years back.
Mm-hmm.
So like a lot of game vendors, a lot of artist vendors type vendors. Fucking the price of games has just gone bonkers.
Yes.
Absolutely bonkers.
Yes, it has. Yes, it has.
I was looking at games that I have there, and they were selling Chrono Trigger complete in box, $200.
Yeah.
I got that game brand new from Square Enix for $20. And mine's still factory sealed. I don't think you could buy a single. I mean, there's good news about this when we go to news. I don't think you could buy a single Mega Man Battle Network game for under $80.
Yeah.
Every single N64 was $250 plus. Master Systems were like $150. Like every system was like there was no sub $100 system. Everything was like overly fucking priced.
Yep.
I found a copy of Eggs of Steel, which either of you ever heard of that game?
It sounds familiar.
So Eggs of Steel is some game that Atlas made at some point.
Mm-hmm.
I got it for $20
Okay.
at my local game store a couple years, like I would say about 4 or 5 years ago. They were selling it for $160.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and it's just like, and I don't know if it's because of the rarity of it all. I don't know if it's because it's an Atlas game. I don't know if it's because of a mixture of the two.
Mm-hmm.
But God only knows. But yeah, just like the pricing of things was just outrageous, and then God forbid it was graded, because everything graded is like triple the price, which doesn't make any sense to me.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Because somebody was selling, there was a graded complete in box copy of Chrono Trigger for Super Nintendo, $4,000 because it was graded.
Jesus.
Like, why? Why $4,000? Just because you sent it off to CGC to get graded? That's outrageous.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Totally outrageous.
Yeah.
But like, just like going through, I was like, damn, I got a lot of money that I'm sitting on at home because like I have a bunch of these games at home. Like I have all the Pokemon games. I got Mario RPG and Super Metroid. Super Metroid Complete in Box was selling for like $100, which is actually I feel like a bit lower than what I've seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, just an astounding amount of things, just grossly priced. But it was really cool. Saw a lot of cool art stuff. I picked up some artsy type stuff. I got like a Shovel Knight plush because I really like Shovel Knight.
Cool.
I've been wanting to get the plush. Then there was this one booth that was selling like video game posters, but like of the official artwork. So I have a Metroid Prime and a Super Metroid one now.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, like like the whole booth was just covered in that shit. So it was like that. It had a bunch of other old games. It had some comic book covers in like this really nice post print. Um, I got a wallet that looks like a Game Boy Color, which I
That's
really
neat.
like.
That's
I'm
neat.
a whore for pins. So like
Ah,
the enamel pins, fucking love them. Bought a bunch of those. And what's the other thing that I got that I was really psyched about? Oh, I got a T-shirt that had Blastoise on it, and it said Baja Blastoise.
Oh, I like that.
haha.
Let me see if I can, because it's like from like a big name company,
I bought
but like
the
it's
new.
in it's here we go. I can show you the exact shirt. It's in like Baja Blast teal.
Have you drank the new Baja Gold?
No, but I've been looking for the Baja Blast Mountain Dew energy drink because it's like
Ah,
next to zero sugar Baja Blast with all the Baja Blast taste.
so I got Baja Gold today, which is Baja Blast but with pineapple.
Oh,
It's
where'd you
Well, I
get
have
it
to
from?
drink
fucking
the mango one
delicious.
today.
Picked it up at Walmart. It was really good.
I'm gonna have to go find me some because I like pineapple soda and I like Baja Blast.
There you go. It's good. It's good. It's
Get the
good.
best of both worlds.
Yeah, I did the mango one. I thought it was pretty good.
And then my girlfriend got one that was like they had like a whole bunch of different food combinations. So like
Mhm.
she got side duck coffee. They had torch Chick-fil-A,
Okay,
uh
that's actually
Doug,
pretty fucking good.
Doug Trio donuts, Little Scissors, um Gengarade. So like it was like it was actually really cool. Actually, if I share you, I wonder if I can share the whole. It was from Glitch Gear that have like a lot of cool licensed stuff, but then they also have like the stupid shit like Baja Blastoise and
Hmm.
Psyduck Coffee. Um, they have I'm looking at their website right now. They have a shirt with Bulbasaur on it with Boba Fett's helmet. It says Boba Fett.
That's
Um,
pretty good.
Yeah, so they're usually there. But no, it was a cool time. Me and my friends hung out for a bit. I saw some people I haven't seen in a while. And actually, this was my first convention that I've gone to since the pandemic. Because like I've had opportunities to go to other ones and I'm like, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't. Like I didn't go to MomoCon this year because I was still like, I don't know about getting on an airplane. That just doesn't seem like a great
Yeah.
idea. And then like I've heard like there was people that I know like who like had gotten on an airplane like the week after and caught COVID because airplanes are just one giant recirculating COVID chamber.
Wow, wow.
So like would not recommend going on an airplane unless you really need to. Um so, but yeah, it was a really cool time. So, and had a lot of fun. But that's all I've pretty much been up to. I'm more excited to talk about the news today than anything else.
Honestly, same. That's
Yeah.
100% same.
Oh, you just got me looking at prices of like my Super Nintendo games. I got a very.
I'm telling you, if you go through whatever you have, just double check it because there's just like they were selling Chrono Cross, the green label, the greatest hits version for like $75.
So my copy of Earthbound, like loose, is worth like 350
Yes,
bucks.
my
And I
copy
bought
of
it for like 60 bucks like 10 years ago.
yes, my copy of Snatcher is worth $1,500 right now.
Not.
Golden Sun,
That's insane.
$200. $200 for Golden Sun.
That's insane.
Why?
Is it
I
with the
wanted to
box
get,
and everything, or like loose, or?
well, in box it was 200, loose it was like 150.
I mean, that's still nuts.
And like I've been wanting to get like I've pretty much collected every single game that I've wanted. Like
Mhm.
there's like in terms of like retro game collecting, I'm done, which is a great feeling by the way. Would recommend it. Um, I'm at the point where I just want to collect variants of systems now.
Mhm.
Um, so like the Pokemon Game Boy Colors, the Pikachu Game Boys, the specifically I want to get a Pikachu N64, but they were selling it for like 350 and it was not in like good
Great
condition at all. Like really bad shape. I'm like I'm not paying $200 for this, let alone 350. You can suck my ass.
Yeah.
Um, so they were somebody had it was the Zelda 3DS XL, the Majora's Mask one,
Mhm.
complete in box, not factory seal, complete in box, $700.
Oh.
I'm like, that's disgusting.
Wait, which system was this?
Remember the 3DS XL, the
Oh yeah,
Majora's
Yeah.
yeah,
Mask
yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah, $700.
Jesus.
And I'm like, I have the Metroid 3DS XL, and you can get that 3DS, that exact one, for like $360 on eBay, depending on where you look.
Oh my god.
Which is like, that's fine because that's closer to what it's worth, and it's a limited version, so I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's gross. It's gross how much stuff has blown up in price, and it kind of makes me sad because now it's not a attainable thing.
Yeah, I
for
don't
people.
do any kind of collecting of games anymore. There's no fucking point to it. It's absolutely been destroyed.
Unless
I'm here 100% saying emulation is the way to go if you want to play any fucking old games. It's just stupid otherwise.
Well, there's two people who I would like say like, Jesus, somebody sold fucking Fire Emblem Path of Radiance for $700 on eBay. Fuck
Jesus.
off. So there's two things that I would say to that. For one, if all you're looking to do is play the games, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's completely fine. To give a little bit of like insight to my world is I grew up watching like video game collecting on YouTube, like AVGN,
Yeah, I mean,
like
me
early
too.
AVGN and shit like that. And I was like, you know what? I want to fucking collect video games. I want to go out and collect the games that I want.
Yeah.
And I want to display them and I want to be proud of that collection. And I've got to that point, which, like I said, is great. But I feel like the only way now, and it's even rarer now than I would say it was prior to the pandemic, because you could go to a yard sale and find something that nobody knew that they had and just kind of make out like a bandit.
You can still kind of do that in some places.
You can still, but you have to get...
You got to know where to go.
You got to get very lucky, because what you got to do is you either got to go to a rich neighborhood that's full of old white people who sent their kids away.
It's very easy to do that around
and
here.
you buy their kids things while they're away at college.
Yeah.
Or you find a yard sale in the blue that they're like, you know what? Here's a stack of games. Here's a system. Like, again, I've told this story so many times at this point, but like when I got Path of Radiance, it was sitting inside of a $5 GameCube that was on a table at a yard sale. Yeah. They didn't even know it was in there, and I was like, I want this GameCube for $5. Goodbye. So like you either got to get really, really lucky like that, or you just got to profile the area a little bit and be like, all right, cool, rich white neighborhood, fucking everybody's grass looks like it's filled with chemicals, and every house is like that same like brown color. All right, let's load up.
Yeah.
And then you'll be fine. But like otherwise, like do not, and this is to anybody listening who has like a convention like this near you, under no circumstances should you buy any of these things from conventions unless, one, it's close to the price of you buying it on eBay plus shipping, or it's not egregiously overpriced.
You said Snatcher was how much now?
$1,500.
Yeah, fuck.
I'm Googling it right now. I'm on pricecharting.com.
Yeah.
Snatcher Complete is... I'm sorry, it looks like it's gone down a bit. Snatcher Complete is $1,200. I have it complete, so it's $1,200.
Yeah.
Loose $1,000. Graded $1,500. Just for the box. If you just have the box for Snatcher, $240.
That's just insane. It's just absolutely insane.
Yes.
It's just like the card, card games, went up so much money during the pandemic. Card prices. It's just.
I just found my newest, most expensive video game
What's that?
item. So when I worked at GameStop, I won one of the contests because they would do contests for games and stuff all the time. So I won one of the Nintendo DS, like the gold Zelda one, and I never opened it because I had no need to because I already had a Zelda DS. So it's still sitting in my closet, completely new, unopened. It is. The last time it sold, according to price charting, was for $1,000.
Jesus Christ!
And last year they had sold a brand new one for $2,500.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
It's gonna stay in that closet for a while.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So I'm looking up because I have Ocarina of Time Master Quest, which is that like combination thing. All right, so that's $70.
Okay, yeah, all games have just gone up a ridiculous amount.
Oh yeah,
so I have Jet Grind Radio, which is one of my favorite games of all time. $77. I paid $12 for it in 2021.
Super Mario RPG, loose, $100.
I paid $12 for this in 2021. What the fuck?
Donkey Kong Country Super Nintendo complete in box, $80. I bought it for $25.
Yeah, $12 complete in box. It has a slightly, like, a small crack in the case, but
yeah,
even the case is selling for $15.
That's what I'm saying.
This is stupid.
My Cubivore for GameCube. I know we talked about this before, and I don't.
That's just ridiculous. Don't even look it up.
We checked it. Oh, I did.
I'm looking it up now.
Complete in box.
God.
$618.
Yep.
Oh, there's my Path of Radiance. $278.
Yeah.
There you go.
I told DJ before he gets bitchy sometimes. I'll be like, "Why are you saving all these boxes?" I'm like, "Don't you fucking dare!"
If he actually threw those away, I would. If I were you, I'd leave him.
I have the manual for Path of Radiance and the box. I don't have the original artwork. I printed out the artwork, so I won't consider that complete.
Mm-hmm.
But like the fact that my loose disc that I got for free basically was worth $210.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Baby.
Are you fucking kidding me? Hold on, I have to check this. Give me a second.
I mean, just my GameCube collection alone is worth thousands of dollars.
Yeah, no, it's stupid.
Guys, I have the worst Yakuza game.
Yeah.
And the worst Yakuza game's the third-person shooter.
Okay.
I paid $6 for it.
Okay.
I think I did that in 2019, right before the pandemic. Maybe it was 2018. $72.
Yeah. Like
this is stupid. This is fucking
very
stupid.
Dumb. It is very dumb. But I thought you'd have some fun with that because I was like looking at these prices. I was like, God no.
I know it's wild.
I mean, I'm not getting rid of the game because it's like you can't find this game anywhere. But like, holy fucking shit!
Eternal Darkness complete in box, $100.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Well, it's $99.60, but that.
I have that.
Yeah, no, it's just nuts.
This is crazy. I have this guy also. How much is this guy? Fuck. Oh, thank God! It's not that much. Yay! Wait, no, that's the sold. Okay, yeah, I'm good. Wait, yeah, I'm good. Wait, no, that's new. Okay, complete. Only $30. Okay, we're good. See, I think PS2 games are still down in price right now. A lot of them. So now's the time to like bite on PS2 games if that's what you grew up with. I'm looking at it right now. I'm seeing a ton of PS2 games. They're like $20, $15, and they're very good games. So I think it's about to get to the point where that will be the next that just fucking explodes, basically.
Yeah. So yeah, so you guys would enjoy that.
We have these conversations because it's always just like, it's like, here's all this surprise money you have in your closet.
Yeah. Yeah, Burnout 3 is like fucking $7. That game is definitely going to go up in fucking price.
Oh, yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah.
We were talking about other things.
Yeah. Let's go talk about the news, shall we?
Yeah.
What are we starting with?
We're going to start with Sony because that's just...
All right. Yeah, go ahead. Let me go ahead and put my foot in my mouth real quick, all right? All right. So I said before that if Sony decided to make this, what was it? My positive for this was that no one will probably buy this, and as such, it will come down in price. That's still going to be my positive because I've seen the price of these fucking things. All right, let's start this off. First and foremost, 120 hertz, HDR, and fucking 4K, $900.
Yep,
that is stupid. And that is on, I think, an IPS panel. And that is bad. That is not good. Oh, no, it's a VA panel. That's awful. Sorry. That's not good. That's not good.
That's terrible.
And SDR apparently is awful, so you have to leave on HDR at all times. Yeah, this is... Oh, no, it does say IPS. Yeah, it does say IPS. Okay, so there is an IPS. Peak brightness is 600 nits. Absolutely awful. No, should not be. If you're going to have HDR, your peak brightness should be 1000. Like, that should be it. It might even need to be, like, higher than that, honestly. It's just not good for the price. 144 hertz is what it says. Some people are reporting 120 hertz. I don't 100% know. But let's just go ahead and say this. I don't think many people are going to buy this.
No.
And I think we might have the same effect as the PlayStation TV. So I think I might be right in that aspect. However, let me give a few of the positives, actual positives, after looking up some of this stuff. Because, first of all, I'm completely ignoring the other monitor, because instead of being 1440p or something that's usable, it's 1080p and $500.
1080.
And $500. That's the
1080p.
part you need to take away from this. 1080p and $500? Get fucked, Sony. That's stupid.
Yeah.
You don't sell a 1080p monitor for $500 fucking dollars, you idiots. All right. Moving on from that, looking at this monitor, some of the things that are actually good about it that I think, it apparently, from looking into it and seeing it shown on like videos and whatnot, it can recognize what is being played on the monitor at any given moment in time and change the actual viewing depending on like the dimming angles and that sort of thing, based on that. So, say you're playing a game and you have it set to HDR and blah, blah, that sort of thing. And it's on your PS5 or your Xbox Series X and what have you, and it's set to 4K. It will change the actual monitor settings without you touching it to auto-calibrate itself to be the best it possibly can for the usage in question. I think that's a very neat and a very good thing to have. I think making it so it's very simple for users not have to tinker with all the fucking knobs and buttons and stuff and go through the on-screen display to adjust everything. I think having it just auto-adjust itself and do a damn good job of doing it is awesome. I think that's great, and I think more displays need that sort of thing. I don't think it needs to be fucking $900, though. And a lot of people are being like, oh, well, it's a good sub $1,000 monitor with 144 hertz and blah, 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 blah. And I'm going to say, him. let me uncheck this real quick.
You didn't say
No. Hold on. I got you. Samsung Odyssey G7 monitor, 1 millisecond. I believe this one's also 144 hertz. May not be, but whatever. We'll move on from that. $799. LG 27-inch Ultra Gear UHD Nano IPS 1 millisecond 144 hertz G-Sync and FreeSync premium black panels 4K. Double checking everything's good here.
Yeah.
Yep. That is $799 yet again. These are monitors where you'd have to do a little bit more tinkering, but I think you are getting, for a like $100 less, you're getting the same, if not better, for your money.
So
you're getting a little bit more of a trusted brand, in my opinion, for monitors.
The problem with this
is the first Sony monitor ever, so we don't know how well this is going to go.
If you've ever paid attention to Sony's hardware outside of consoles, and I'll even say TVs, I'll give TVs a pass.
Mm-hmm.
Sony seems to always miss the mark with their hardware, because they stuff a lot of things into it that is good for a very niche group.
Yes.
And then, like, for the rest of us, it's like, we don't really care. Like, okay, cool, this monitor does a lot of shit for $900. You can get that monitor that you just listed off for $200 cheaper.
Yeah.
But I feel like the people who they're marketing to, for the most part, like the broader market who they want to appeal to, would be able to buy a $300 BenQ or Zowie monitor and be cool. And be like, this is great, my games look great, everything looks great, whatever.
You're 100% right.
They are making
and that's not even the price of their 1080p monitor.
No. You can get... So I just looked it up while you were talking, by the way, because I use BenQ stuff. Actually, my current screen is actually an AOC monitor. I like it a lot. But you can get a BenQ Zowie 24-inch, 144 hertz monitor. Now this one's 1080p, right? Let's see, 0.5 milliseconds response time, $180.
Let me do you one better, because I actually was looking at BenQ as well. All right. Let's pull up their 4K monitor, shall we?
The one for $900.
No, actually. Are you only looking on their website? Because
no, I'm on Amazon.
Okay,
I'm on Amazon.
Okay, all right. So, let me pull up refresh rate 144, and let me pull up this. There we go. They have a $899 27-inch 144 hertz UHD HDR, all the extra bells and whistles, the same shit if not more. Again, from a more trusted place, for the same price as the PlayStation one.
Actually, it does have a bit more because it supports variable refresh rates. It has a built-in noise canceling mic. It has speakers built in.
Wait, the BenQ?
BenQ.
Okay, so VRR is supported on the Sony one.
Okay. It has eye care, which I can tell you is a lifesaver. It basically the BenQ monitors basically have blue light lenses built into them, which is great. Mm-hmm. And then also built with FreeSync too, which is great as well.
Yeah, FreeSync is awesome.
Because the other thing is too with these Sony monitors, I feel like they're probably great for PS5s. Not so great for if you want to use it as a gaming computer screen.
Oh, dude, this BenQ monitor comes with a fucking DAC, which allows you to change all the settings on the monitor without going into the monitor to change.
The other thing is too, what kind of panel is this?
No, let me look.
Because VA is the worst.
Yeah, IPS is also pretty bad, but I think these are both IPSs. I think this is an IPS, and so is the BenQ.
IPS isn't as bad as VA.
Yeah, but
it's better
IPS,
than
IPS. There was a misconception when I said the Sony one. I did correct myself, but no, it is an IPS monitor panel.
Okay, that's fine. As long as it's not VA, because VA is ooh, no, thank you.
No. Yeah.
But yeah, so I feel like most of your consumers, people who just want to have a nice looking screen, you can go online, buy a Samsung monitor, buy a HP Omen branded monitor, a Zowie monitor, and you'll be fine. And you can spend a lot less than what Sony's charging you. Because again, I was saying with their merchant, with their other shit, their phones are really good. Their phones pack a lot of their camera tech, their screen tech from the Bravia TVs in them. Mm-hmm. They're just completely overpriced because they just pack in a bunch of niche stuff, and then they go why don't people buy our stuff? It's because you're not making a monitor that appeals to the masses, and the people you're going to have buying this are either the ones who have enough expendable cash and don't care, mm-hmm. and maybe want the auto detecting for their games. Mm-hmm. Or you'll be having people buying this because they're like, Mom, Dad, I want this monitor. It's the best for PlayStation. And they'll buy it because...
So here's the weird thing about that, right? Because, I get what you're saying, and I totally agree. But if you look at, the PlayStation just in general, it doesn't do 4K 120. PlayStation 5 does not do that. So why do you even have, 4K 144 hertz? You want it to be the best for the actual console, but the console can't even do that currently. So, what's the fucking point? Why not just, I don't know, man, you know what would fix all of this? Just allowing us to do fucking 1440p on the PS5. If we could do 1440p on the PS5, it wouldn't have to push the system as hard. Games would look better on smaller monitors because this is on a 27-inch monitor. A 27-inch monitor is not the kind of monitor you want for 4K.
No, it's too big.
You want a 30? No, it's too small. You want a 32-inch. You want a 32-inch for 4K. That's what you want for 4K because you want a bigger monitor to see all the pixel density and that sort of thing. Because 4K is it's a lot smaller pixels and a lot more of them, and as such, a larger monitor would show that off more because you would see less jaggies and less bullshit.
Even at that, mm-hmm. I want to say who the fuck is gaming in 4K?
Not many people, but the consoles are trying to push it that way, and it kind of works. But I don't even think 4K is needed right now.
My thing is okay, story-based games, sure, gotcha, 4K, get it. Mm-hmm. But, nobody's gonna be playing Call of Duty. No serious person who is, playing Call of Duty or Apex or whatever, because they,
But that's where their 500 1080p monitor with 240 hertz comes in at.
No. Don't do that, baby, no.
I'm not, because here's the next thing I'm gonna say. 4K monitors. 636, LG, Nano, LED, 1 millisecond response time, 144 hertz, G-Sync, FreeSync, height, pivot, this, that, the other, all the good fucking jazz that you could have. Fucking Samsung, Odyssey, 4K, LED, HDR 400, 144 hertz, G-Sync, FreeSync, all that stuff these monitors are cheaper than the PlayStation 5 monitor. I mean, I don't know, man. I
so
just
you get your wish.
Yeah, I'm hoping I do get my wish.
What I will say though too, they did announce the headsets along with it, and while the price on those are pretty steep, Sony does have like some of the best consumer grade headphones. Like nobody buys them again for the same reasons that I listed before, but like I would say out of anything, like at least their headphones would probably be worth the price tag because they are actually very good. But
I see.
Yeah, so that's the new fucking Sony brand. If you want to buy anything, I wouldn't recommend it.
I wouldn't either.
Would not recommend it.
No, I wouldn't either. Wait till it drops in price to about $600, and the 1080p one is like $300, and then
wait till they're on like a Walmart clearance rack for like $150,
and then you will have a fucking amazing experience.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, if you want some other suggestions, you got some like $500 Asus Tough Gaming 28-inch 4K 144 hertz 1 millisecond refresh rate monitors, and you've got some like 360 hertz ones or 250 60 hertz ones, and honestly 60 hertz will get the job done if you are just wanting to play games on your console. Hell, right now you're not really, unless you've got like the top of the line hardware, you're not really gonna go that far above 60 in the first place when it comes to gaming at 4K. And I just don't see it, man. I just don't see it. My suggestion, honestly, right now, would be to either buy the BenQ EL2870U 4K 60 hertz FreeSync HDR monitor, or the Samsung 32-inch 4K UHD HDR10 fucking 60 hertz. I think this is an IPS monitor, but I mean that's fine. And that one's only $299. So like those are both below $300. They'll both get the job done, and you will have a great time if you aren't like concerned about frame rates above 60. Like if you just want it for gaming on your console, you're not going above 60 at 4K. It's just not going to happen.
No.
So there's no point to it. I don't know. It just seems really weird that they're marketing like 144 hertz when they literally can't do it.
Yeah, no, it's silly.
Super silly.
Yep.
We want to talk about shit that's not silly, though?
Yeah, let's talk about some shit that's not silly.
All right. So, well, I don't know. This has been a very turbulent month for this Nintendo Direct, because you have all these, like, I don't know, insiders. They're like, Direct's coming, and then it wasn't a Direct, and then it didn't come, and then they're like, it is coming now on the 28th, and then they're like, well, maybe it's not what we thought it was, and now it's a mini Partners Direct, which, I don't know, I think for some people, you get bent out of shape just being like, oh, it's not Nintendo stuff, but I think they had a pretty solid Direct, honestly.
Bro, this announced like some of the best games for the Switch.
No,
some
really
that people have wanted forever. If anyone got bent out of shape about this, they need to shut the fuck up, because they've been begging about the shit that was announced in this Direct for like 6 years. So fuck off.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to even say too, we talked about Persona coming to Xbox a couple weeks ago. You guys were like, definitely not coming to the Switch. They're like, they just updated the list.
You're right.
And there it is.
And there it is. Now I know not to trust them again, like when they say something. And you know what? It's coming to the Switch. And let's go ahead and get that Band-Aid ripped off right now. Persona 5, Persona 3 Portable, and Persona 4 Golden all are coming to the Switch in the near future. It has been confirmed physically as well?
Yep, they're all coming physically. They're not stream titles.
Well, no, I meant, are there like physical editions you can buy right now?
Yes. Okay, what I'm saying is like, originally I was like, oh, maybe Persona 5 would be like one of like the streamable titles. Nope.
No, I saw that video feed and I was like, I can count the pixels. This is definitely not streaming.
I don't know. I'll be honest. I feel like, I know you guys both love Persona 5. It's not like I haven't had a reason why I couldn't play it. yet because I own systems.
No, you don't have a reason, but
Correct.
you also tend to play things on handheld as well, or on the Switch, not specifically handheld, but on the Switch.
It's funny that you say that because like
you just bought Bioshock. We literally had this conversation.
No, I know, and I do like that fact. But you know what the thing is though too? It's even like I do discount how much I use handheld because when Nintendo sent out their end of the year report, like because I don't remember if we even talked about your stuff that they sent out last year, where they give you like all your stats for the last year. I actually used my Switch more in handheld than I did on the TV, and it blew my mind.
I use mine more in handheld also.
That. Yeah, so I mean that's a huge plus because it's like if I'm playing something and DJ wants to watch something on TV, I just pick it out of its holder and just keep going.
And that's why I have this fucking Steam Deck now because I can just use that in handheld. And
you know what's actually really funny? One of my friends who's a huge fan of Persona was like super excited about this. He's like, "Oh man, I can't wait to play it on the Switch." And I was like, "Sir, you own a Steam Deck?"
He owns a Steam Deck?
He does.
Did he not know that they're coming to Steam Deck?
He does. I had to remind him. I was like, "Why are you excited for this when you're literally getting it on the Steam Deck?"
What was his response?
He was like, "Oh shit, you're right."
Did you tell him? Yeah, you could literally play Persona 4 Golden right now on your Steam Deck. You should have told him that. Because I have played it on my Steam Deck right now. It's great.
So it was just really fun because I'd be like, "Sir,
this is a Wendy's."
So this is a Wendy's. No, it's really cool that they're coming to the Switch. I mean, like, I knew at least 1 and 2 were at 4 or 5. I was like, I don't think so, but like they proved us wrong.
Maybe not 5. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Nintendo really needs to market this right though, because these are not kids' games. Let's go ahead and put that out there.
You think about it though.
Kids' games.
If you think about it, Persona 5 is a PS3 title. And I think that kind of gets lost in the sauce because it's on PS4 and 5.
Yes.
So, there's that. But good for them. Good. I'm probably gonna still just wait till it comes out on Game Pass anyway, because I'll play it on PC. Or
I'll play it on Game Pass and on Steam.
Maybe if I have a Steam Deck, I'm thinking about it.
Well, they announced today that they will be quadrupling the output of Steam Deck launches. So
I'm really debating it. I'm thinking about it. I'm really thinking about it.
My suggestion to you would be to forego the 512 gigabyte one and spend that extra money on getting yourself a micro SD card of a terabyte or something. And then just get the 256 and then just get your micro SD card and pay, I think it's $572 is how much I paid for mine, plus like another 80 or 70 for the micro SD card, which still doesn't even bring you anywhere close to what the 512 one would be, and you're fucking golden. That would be my suggestion to you. You're getting a $600 PC that can do everything. So
yeah, because I would just get you said get the 256?
256, the middle one.
Yeah, because it's $529. If I can upgrade, fuck yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so like you can technically upgrade the SD. I wouldn't recommend it. I would just recommend doing a micro SD card because I'm going to be honest, the micro SD card is so good that they have in the Steam Deck that I can run games off my micro SD card and it's almost like I'm just running them off the internal SSD. It's very really cool. Good.
Yeah, so, maybe. I mean, if I reserve it now, I could get it by October 2022, and I'm like, birthday gift for myself.
I mean, I would do it. I would honestly do it, especially if you're like, if you're thinking of being more handheld oriented and you're kind of like fed up with the poor quality of the Switch, but you would like to have an experience like the Switch. That would be my suggestion. Or if you need to like take a computer on the go or whatever, Steam Deck's perfect for that shit.
I might wait because I want to kind of use my friends first and see how I like the feeling of it. But yeah, especially with like
incredible
everything coming, like anything that's on, like, well, not everything that's on Steam, but a lot of things that are on Steam coming to Steam Deck.
So if you know how, you can make pretty much anything run on the Steam Deck.
Yeah.
It just, you need to tinker. But like, I know you and me both kind of tinker with stuff already.
Correct.
So I don't think you'd have a problem.
Okay. So yeah, that got announced. But that wasn't the thing I was mostly excited for today.
Yeah.
Truthfully.
What was your most excited? I know what it is, but I'm gonna pretend that I don't.
The Mega Man Battle Network collection?
Yeah. That's sick.
Fuck yeah?
That's like the second game, or no? That was. Wow, I forgot so many games that were announced. But anyway, there was a lot announced here actually. Shit, man, there was a lot.
Like, I've been waiting for this collection for so fucking long, and finally.
Yeah,
I think I know what your favorite game is, but I can't be too sure.
That was announced today?
Yeah.
Oh, what?
I want to say it's near, but I don't know if it's near.
No, I mean, I've played Nier on a billion other things. I think mine would probably be either having a demo for Live Alive, which is super awesome, or also the Mega Man Battle Collection, because I haven't played that in for fucking ever. I did think that the that one game that was like hand drawn and everything looked really cool. The RPG game? Yeah, that looks really cool, and I really want to play that, but I don't know enough about it yet. The RPG Time Legend of Right or whatever it was, that looked cool. Live Alive, and then the Mega Man Battle Network. I think when did they show the fucking Mega Man Battle Network thing?
I didn't watch it. I just looked for things that were.
I think it was almost right after Monster Hunter, like at the beginning.
I thought so too, but I'm like, oh, yep, there it is. It's right after Bomberman, because they showed Bomberman R2, and they showed Pac-Man. What was it?
World something.
Yeah, a remake of Pac-Man World, but yeah.
Yeah, which is great.
Yeah,
Pac-Man World's great too.
It is.
I never played it. I don't think I ever played it, at least. I'm pretty sure I played that.
Yeah, I think the main thing that I took away from this direct was, oh, nice. Nintendo's got some good things coming out, so that's good. I'm happy about that. They released Portal today.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what?
They did, yeah.
You know what was my favorite thing? The Square Enix game that they showed off. Harvestia or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah,
that looked
very good too.
Awesome. And I know Katie's gonna love that game. So Harvestelia? Yeah, sure. That's the one. I know Katie's gonna love that game, and it looks like a lot of fun, so I think that'll probably be something I end up playing that she picks up. So I'm happy that Persona's here. That's my takeaway here. I'm happy that Switch has finally got its Persona games, and it's getting all of them.
I think everyone's happy that Persona's just not stuck on PlayStation.
Yeah. I am.
The big thing, we actually got some really solid Sonic Frontiers gameplay.
Yeah, that looked different from what we've seen before.
Yeah.
I think I actually skipped over it when I watched it.
It didn't look terrible, but it also
I saw the first couple seconds and I'm like, still looks boring.
I think it looks promising, but it still hasn't sold me.
No, it has not sold me. I need to see more, because this the gameplay that they showed, although there was more to it, I did see some of this stuff from the IGN thing when I was telling you before. Like, they showed some gameplay on IGN, and it actually looked like a game.
The next Game Informer is gonna have that as like its main story, so we'll probably get a lot more information then too.
Can I be honest? The fucking parry system straight out of fucking Dark Souls had me being like, excuse me? Why is this everywhere? And then I liked the going back in time thing, where it was like showing Green Hill Zone and fucking the what was the Speed Highway or whatever it's called. Yeah. That looked cool. All right, now I'll let you talk. I'm so sorry for.
No, I was just saying it seemed a lot like, to me, possibly that they're like, what if we did Breath of the Wild Sonic, whereas like the different things to teleport into for the cyberspace would be like akin to like the shrines in Zelda.
Oh, you know what? That might be what they're doing.
That's what I'm thinking this is. Which, I mean, I don't like Zelda in general, but I mean, if they can make that formula work for them, cool. But come up with your own shit.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, we'll probably get a better game. That's, well, in the future, to take the place of both Sonic Origins and whatever the fuck Frontiers is going to be. We'll probably get something else like another Sonic Mania.
Yeah.
Because Sega will probably end up hemorrhaging money after these two releases. So, yeah, there's that. But I mean, like I said before, Persona and Harvestelia, it's like the best parts of this direct, in my opinion.
Yes, agree.
Well,
I'm going to download that.
My favorite parts now.
Okay, yeah, give me it.
Yeah, go for it.
Y'all got to share yours.
Mm-hmm.
So, one of the ones that I actually think looks really cool, and they really didn't show that much of it. And also, I thought it was weird because they're like, this direct is for games for the rest of the year. And then they were like, this game is 2023.
Oh, yeah.
The Lorelei and the Laser Eyes.
Oh, that one. That looks cool.
Looks like
it reminded me of Hotel
game.
Dusk or whatever the fuck it was called.
Yeah,
it does look like a Suda game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who's making this?
It's the same guys that did Sayonara Wild Hearts, which is supposed to be a good game.
It is a good game. I love Sayonara Wild Hearts. You haven't played that?
The description of this, no, I didn't.
See if it's on sale and pick it up.
Okay, I'll have to look and see. But the description of this game just sounds wild. It says, a maze of deceptions, a murder mystery, a place of memories. Mm-hmm. Stage is set. Imagine an old Baroque manor, perhaps a hotel or museum somewhere in Central Europe. A woman wanders in search of answers. An international auteur, what does he want? An aristocratic artist, who killed her? A vagabond illusionist, who is he? And you, the wandering woman, why are you here? Watch carefully, observe. Numbers, patterns, puzzles. They all part of a macabre game. A complot, a simple treasure hunt. And it's like, we invite you to take the journey into the nightmarish surreality and answer these questions to solve the enigma of Lorelei and the Laser Eye.
I forgot about this game because it was flashed on the screen so quickly.
Yeah, and they really.
But you know what? Yeah. I think I have to. This is definitely one of the things I was looking forward to. I was like, is there anything I forgot? But yeah, no, I know what you're talking about now. I'm looking at it, and this shit looked so cool.
Yeah, that one looked really good. Another game that I thought looked really interesting that neither of you mentioned, and it's definitely more of like an artistic game. At least it looks like, is that Blanc? Game? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was one with like the deer and like the fox or whatever were friends, and like the deer's white and the fox is black. And
yeah,
very artistic looking. It reminded me a lot of what's that game on the PlayStation, like the Swan thing?
The Unfinished Swan.
Yeah. I was gonna say it reminds me of Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Oh yeah, could be like that too.
Depending on if like you use both at the same time or whatever, or can. That was how I felt.
Yeah, I think it looked really interesting. Not as excited for that as Lorelei. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but definitely want to like keep my eye on. And then there's like the super obvious one, which got leaked last night too, so we knew it was coming. Was Mario and Rabbids?
Oh yeah,
I think we're playing there too.
I actually skipped that one.
Shame.
I skipped
Mario
over
Rabbids
it completely. No, not the original game. I like the original game a lot. I skipped over the footage in this direct because I already know I'm going to play the second game.
Very
so
good.
There was no point to me watching it, in my opinion.
Very good.
Yeah, I was even too with the announcement last night that there's going to be a gold edition. I was like, should I just do it and bite the bullet on it right away? Because I'm like, I did really enjoy all the stuff that they had last time.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I'll see. But I mean, it looks really good. It looks really smooth. It looks like they made it a bit more fluid this time. Not that the other one wasn't. So
nice.
It looks like they kind of because this one too is neat. They had a thing where there was like some bomb bombs on the field, and like Mario runs over and grabs one, and you can throw it as like a projectile, like mid game. Cool. And I was like, oh, that's kind of wild. But Ubisoft apparently is having a presentation for it tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, I heard about that.
More about that. So I don't know. I think it looks really cool. I'm pretty excited for it. And even with all the stuff that we mentioned, I think the one important thing to put out here is like Nintendo just kind of gave themselves a pretty fucking packed back half of the year without even announcing their own stuff.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So, because now at this point you got Mario and Rabbids, Persona, and Nier all taking up that October slot where nothing was.
Yep.
And then you have all the other stuff mixed in there as well. Like, because what is it? Monster Hunter comes out too
next week.
Yeah,
I think.
Live Alive
might be a little bit after. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean, they got a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah,
and other things that we don't know. Bayonetta supposedly is still supposed to come out this year.
Yep. Oh yeah, I'm hoping that's true because that's one I'm very much looking forward to.
And I guess just to tap into like other rumors this week is, Jeff Grubb from Giant Bomb says he has been told that the Metroid Prime remake is definitively coming out this year.
Fuck yeah!
So, and then we still have Advance Wars, which will presumably get slated this year as well.
At some point.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where the
Yeah,
fuck they're gonna
eventually.
put stuff anymore.
No, they're just waiting until every war is over before they release that game.
My guess is they're probably gonna stick it in December and just be like, war is going on, but it's Christmas time, so let's love each other. And
yeah, we'll see. I feel like they're gonna at least wait till next year.
Oh, I think they'll slip it out this year. I think that's.
I hope you're right, but I honestly think it'll be next.
I mean, I don't know. Supposedly, Bayonetta 3's been done.
Yeah.
It's just waiting for a release date. So
I want that.
And same thing with Metroid Prime. Supposedly it's done and just is waiting for a release date. And they're just like trying to figure out where to slot it. And
so then, like, are we getting like a first party direct soon? Like,
maybe like in another month or so. Because like maybe then like in July they'll announce the first party direct and they'll tell us all they have to tell us about their games for the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they did like another like, because you got to assume at this point there's nothing fucking heavy that they're gonna throw out for the back half of this year. Like they already have a pretty. You think?
I think we're getting October releases, right? That's what we just had. It leads up to October. Most of the releases that we saw today, right? We didn't see anything for November or December, and
well,
that's.
I mean, if we're talking like Nintendo's own releases, like they have Pokemon.
Yeah.
In November. Like October, you have. I mean, I just mentioned the third-party stuff, but I mean, like Mario and Rabbids. Like, I don't think Nintendo would directly compete against that, even though it's Ubisoft publishing it.
Yeah,
it's basically theirs anyways.
And
then September, you got Splatoon. Nintendo, I don't know. They generally don't.
I'm talking about that. They normally have something that they stick in December for their selling of the console during like the holiday.
Metroid Prime, baby.
It's possible.
What did you say, Nick?
I said Metroid Prime
trilogy.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, I could see. So they go. It depends. Sometimes Nintendo won't do anything in December. Sometimes they will. And I think it all depends on what they have. But I was also going to say too, like Advance Wars and Metroid Prime, they're both remakes, and especially considering Advance Wars has been shown off so much this year.
Those two could be stuck in December and it'd be fine. And then like Bayonetta comes around in like February or March.
Yeah. I think that's fine for that. I could also see them sticking Bayonetta like week 1 of November.
True.
And
yeah.
And with Pokemon coming out 2 weeks later, I don't think there's a terrible overlap in those games. So, I mean, I think that would be fine there too. I think Bayonetta is the only one that really kind of needs like a little bit of a marketing push, just to kind of like get people aware of it. Because Metroid, I think, will sell with like kind of like the Mario Collection, be like, hey, here's 2 months before it's coming out. Here you go.
Yeah.
Although Mario Collection was 2 weeks before it came out.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
I think it's more like Paper Mario, I guess.
Well,
like,
that's the other weird thing with Nintendo too, right? Like we're saying, oh, there's nothing for December, but like October could come around and be like, guess what, bitches? Mario Odyssey 2, 3 weeks.
I know. Yeah, no, it's why they're very unpredictable. And there are some years where they just don't put anything in December. They're like, all their stuff's out in November. They're totally happy just rolling with those sales through December and just focusing on selling systems, which, I mean, they have a solid enough lineup this year. Like, it's not like they have to have anything in December. Like, Pokemon alone is going to carry them through the holidays.
Yeah, definitely.
So, it'll be interesting to see what they do. I think, though, their goal will be to get Metroid Prime out for sure this year. Because if anything, it's great advertising for Metroid Prime 4. And that fucker's got to be coming out next year.
Didn't they restart it?
In 2019.
Prime 4? Yeah, Prime 4, they restarted. Yeah, like a year after they announced it, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's 4 years in the pipeline at that point. Like, they got to be sitting on a lot at this point.
Maybe.
Yeah, I guess you don't know for sure. But you would think so. I mean, that was the whole idea of bringing it back in the house.
I've already have resolved myself to the situation that it's probably not coming out on the Switch.
Also possible.
Oh, yeah, that is a possibility, isn't it?
I fully believe that whatever it's going to be on, I mean, it could be a cross-release like Breath of the Wild was.
Yeah.
But I fully don't think that Prime 4 is going to be solely a Switch game. That is what I have.
Hold on a second, guys. Don't know why, but apparently 3 hours ago, people are claiming Bayonetta 3's release date leaked.
Oh yeah, I saw that. But it is October, right?
October 28th.
I mean, I could that I could see Nintendo trying to push that as a Halloween game.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh, witches.
Yeah.
Apparently, it was just because someone that's very well known for leaking stuff posted before the direct today Mario & Rabbids Sparks of Hopes, Nier Automata, Persona 5, 4, and 3, and a bunch of other things that would be shown in the direct, which was all correct. And they also posted at the same time in a separate tweet that we also get information about Bayonetta's 3's release date, which will be October 28th. And this leaker also predicted or knew Mario Kart DLC, what maps were going to be in it, how that was going to come about, and most of the stuff that was in the Nintendo Direct back in February, as well as Advance Wars getting delayed, and the Cyberpunk Next Gen update release.
I could see them rounding out the year with Prime 1 Remake, Bayonetta, Splatoon 3. Do they have anything for November or December, did we say?
I'm not sure.
November's Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
So I think with all of those, I think they're fine, and I think that's exactly what it could be.
So what day is October 28th? Let's see if that actually lines
28th.
Up. No. All right.
Well, is it a Friday or?
It is indeed a Friday.
Okay.
So that lines up with Nintendo's release schedule for those kind of first party titles. So that kind of makes sense.
I could even see Metroid Prime 1 coming out in December.
I mean, it's going to be all three. If they're going to have a remake, it's going to be all three.
Well, the story is, the leak is Prime 1 is the first one to come out, and then Prime 2 and 3 will come out later on.
Okay.
Okay.
Prime 1 is
now Prime,
so whatever.
Prime 1 is 20 years old on November 18th.
Okay.
Do it, and then if
do with that information what you will.
If you're wondering, November 18th is a Friday this year.
Oh. I see.
Maybe? I don't know.
Isn't that also Pokemon's release date, though?
Is it?
Would they go up against Pokemon with Metroid Prime?
They would not stick it on the same day as
I don't think they would either.
Yeah, no, that's November 18th.
It is the same day. Nah, fuck it. They'll do it. They're Nintendo. They're like, you'll buy everything.
Yeah, you guys won't care. You'll buy them.
You guys will buy double buy. Let's go.
But I do agree with you, Nick. It wouldn't surprise me if they stick it this year. And it'll probably either be the early November thing or it'll be like an early December thing. Yeah. I think it would be fine either way.
Either way, I think it'll be either November or December to coincide with the 20-year anniversary of Prime 1.
Yeah. And the other thing with this rumor, too, at least from what people are saying now, so like Prime 1 is supposed to be like a full remaster.
Yes,
like,
correct.
Bottom remaster. 2 and 3 are, we'll see. Because I guess they're supposedly, the rumor is they're debating between doing a full remaster or just like a full upgrade.
I see.
So I'm not really sure where they're going to end up floating on it. And also, too, and I keep on, this is something I've been meaning to like mention for weeks because I thought about this a while ago. But remember when like Namco Bandai was doing the hiring for like a up-res of like a 3D action game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I bet it's Metroid. Because they're working on Metroid Prime 4, and then I kept on forgetting to mention it, and I just remembered it again.
I feel like, if anything, what you're going to have is they'll probably do Metroid 2 the same as Metroid 1, maybe not as, like, nitty-gritty. And then Metroid Prime 3 will be more up-res because it was, quote-unquote, newer.
That's true.
You know. I mean, like, from what I can remember, does the Galaxy doesn't look too bad, right? On the Mario Collection. So that's what I'm saying. Like it's proven they can do it. So like maybe it'll be Prime 3 that's up-resed, and then 1 and 2 are gonna have to be kind of worked on a little bit harder because you're going off of the GameCube.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Say too, like the other thing with 3, at least according to people who worked at Retro, because they've been pretty open about this, but they're like, if you take the Wii controls out of Metroid Prime 3, you'll break it. Like, it'll have to be, like, rebuilt. So, just because they relied on it so much, it wasn't built for, like, a normal controller at all, in any way, shape, or form. So...
Yeah, that's fair.
Because if you remember, it wasn't even just, like, the aiming and everything with the Wii Remote. Like, it also had...
It was everything.
This, and pull this, and, you know, swing the nunchuck like this.
Swing your partner around and around.
Didn't they have the option for play with a Pro Controller, though? Just like they did for 2 and 1?
Nope,
maybe.
Not for 3.
I'm going to double check that.
But I think, too, there was wasn't there...
3 was GameCube, like, and then when they did the trilogy, they remade them both 1 and 2 with Wii controls.
Yes, correct. That's what I was just about to say.
Oh yeah, that's right. It was only 1 and 2, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was the other way around.
Yeah,
it wasn't that they added controller support; it's that they added Wii support, which was great. I mean, that was a great way to play. If those games come out again, like I totally would use my Joy-Cons, and like I thought it was a fantastic way to play Metroid Prime games. Because I mean, the GameCube controllers weren't bad, like playing it that way, but you just had so much more control with the Wii remote. Because otherwise, remember, it was kind of like old school like aiming, because it like the C stick wasn't for aiming. The C stick changed your weapon. So if you wanted to aim, you had to like stop and hold the R button and then aim with the stick. But when they did the Wii remote controls, then it was you could move and aim at the same time. So it was a pretty big change to the way that game played. They also rebalanced the difficulty for Metroid Prime 2, which was nice because that game kind of I don't know. I know people like it. It was my least favorite of the three. But I was reading comments from people today, and I don't know if they just got nostalgia goggles, but there's some people who say it's the best of the trilogy.
Wait, 3?
2.
Oh, 2.
Yeah, I don't think 2 is the best of the trilogy. I'd probably go 1, 3, 2.
1 easily. And then I don't know if I ever played 3.
Oh, really? 3 was great.
I think 1's my favorite.
1 is absolutely my favorite.
Yeah, which is another reason why it deserves the most care, I feel like.
100%.
Yeah, but I mean, if that's the case, if it's coming out this year, like this year's pretty fucking packed.
Yeah.
I'm already doomed with Xenoblade 3 comes out on my last day of school. It's like, get fucked. Good luck studying for your boards.
You loser.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Xenoblade 3 is coming out, too. Fuck.
Yeah, really soon. The direct, I think, came out after the episode last week.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
I had left it on in the background just to see what happened.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention.
The story seemed interesting from what they showed off. But they all, I think the bigger thing was they also announced the season pass for it as well. They're doing the same thing that they did with Xenoblade 2, where they're like, it's going to have some like extra content and like a kind of side story DLC kind of thing, kind of like Torna was, from what it sounds like. For those people who didn't play Torna, I don't think either of you guys did, right?
I've never played those games.
Yeah, and Brandon, you didn't, right?
No, I didn't even finish 2.
Yeah, Torna was excellent. So, because that was that side story, it was like a prequel to 2. So I thought it played off really well. I will say though, like Xenoblade 3, no fucking clue what's going on. I hope that the story is explained better in the game, because these trailers are not really doing a lot to explain, like, because you could tell like it's some weird like intermingle between the last 2 games, but I can't really figure out how, and I hope the game explains it, because it's like the way the Xenoblade universe works is like Xenoblade 1 is a standalone game, Xenoblade 2 is a standalone game, but Xenoblade 3 is a sequel to both.
That doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, so good luck. I don't know. It looks good. I think Xenoblade's always great. And they, I don't know, I just like how they play. They just seem like they're really interesting games. And maybe now that they're done with this, we'll get Xenoblade X again. It seems like it's something they should do. Or at least fucking put out Xenoblade X and finish the story. If you don't want to make a sequel to it, at least finish the story that's in the Wii U game. It ended on like the nastiest cliffhanger. Like it's like Netflix style, like cliffhanger, like second season ending cancellation cliffhanger.
Oh, that's fucking garbage.
Yeah, that's just
yikes. Yeah, I get you.
Anyways, I think we like covered all the news pretty well. Did you guys have anything else?
I think
we still need to talk about. You guys ready to wrap up?
Yep, we're good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to us tonight. Don't forget you can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google, Amazon, wherever you guys get your podcasts. You also can check us out on our website, game-crunch.com. If you want to reach out to us, we're on Facebook, Twitter, or you can send us email at gamecrunchcast@gmail.com. Brandon.
Hello.
Any final thoughts?
No, absolutely none.
Nick?
Nope.
All right. Well, with that said, my name is Mike Anastasia. You can find me online. I'm Clash of Penguin on Twitter or your favorite gaming console. Until next week, game on.
Game on. that's it for me.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, Sayonara Wild Hearts is on sale.
Buy it and
the
report
other game
back.
I was looking at too was the AI Samaloba.
So
AI Suminium files.
So here's my suggestion for that one.
Yeah.
I think it will be something you'll either really enjoy or you won't enjoy. One or the other.
The 999 guys, right?
There's no in between for this.
Okay.
And as such, I would say, if you want to play that game, and I've made this suggestion so many times for other games, just try Game Pass for $1 for 3 months. It's on Game Pass.
It's also on sale for $7.
$1 for like 100
this?
plus games.
What game are you talking about?
AI game from yeah, that one. It's on Game Pass right now. Also, go play Omori. See if Omori's on sale, and then buy it. It'll be the best game you play this year. Omori.
I found it. Oh, it says I'm not old enough to buy this game.
How are you not old enough to buy it?
No, I'm just kidding. There was one game, I don't remember what it was, on the Switch store. Like, I don't know why it didn't, like, I put my age in, and I think for some reason, like, I clicked the continue button before, like, the year, like, I didn't click out of the year box, so it didn't register as a year.
That's gonna happen when you gotta fucking play Persona 5.
And then it was like, you're not old enough to play this game. And then it locked me out of the page for like a day.
Oh, God.
I was like, okay, well, I guess I'm not looking at this game anytime soon. I added Omari to my wish list now, too.
Nice. It's a good fucking game.
I have a bunch of things. I've been much more liberal with putting things on my wish list lately. I've realized it's a great way of keeping track of games. Which I know you know, because you have a wish list of, 1,500 games? Is that what you
No, I've dropped it down to like 350.
Okay.
377.
All right, well, that's much better.